Hello guys. Hello. This is Topsy Gift online again. So today we're talking about living the real life. It's somebody wondering what the real life is. It's like we're not living the real life. Hello. What is she saying? Living the real life. Living the real life. Hello, are you there? I can't see anybody. If you're there, maybe you could just say hello, so I could know if you're there. Hello, Frank. Thank you for joining. This is Topsy Gifts, and we're talking about living the real life. Thank you so much. You're welcome to the show. Hashtag building minds. We're actually building minds. Talking about living the real life. And somebody is going to ask, what are you talking about? Are we not living the real life? Yeah, okay. Maybe before the show runs out, I'm going to know if you actually living the real life. It's funny, but it's very important for us to know if we are actually living the real life. The real life is beyond most of the things we see. The real life is not just what most of us actually think. So we're going to know if you and I are living the real life. If you are living the real life, you're going to know after the show today. So living the real lives. You can help us share the video, help us invite your friends to come here, live in the real life. And you could actually drop your comments or your contribution or your question just as the program goes on. So, Pastor Clement, Clement, thank you so much for joining. Living the real life, hashtag building minds. Okay, now let's look at what we're actually here for. Living the real life. Some people will say living the real life, like it's okay, is it possible for someone not to live the real life? Yes, it is very possible that you can actually grow up, go to school, have your certificates, but you're not living the real life. Like you're not in your real life. Now what I mean as living the real life is a life living in purpose. Like while you are here on earth, that thing you have, that's your passion, that your goal, that thing you can't do without, that thing that is going to cause a change for humanity, that thing that is going to influence men, that thing that will make your life your name live after you are gone, is the real life. It is not the shadows, the mirage that we all chase after. It is not the certificate, the money, the fame and all that. It is beautiful to have money, it's beautiful to have fame, it's beautiful to have all that. But if you have all the wealth in this world, you have all the fame, and you are not actually supposed to be in that place, in that position where you are, then I'm sorry to tell you that you're actually not living a real life. Because it's like you are walking on your own. It's like you're walking a shadow, even though you're making progress and having success. Because I've come across, thank you so much Abdul for joining. I've come across people who after 70-80 years, they have the fame, they have the wives, they have the kids, the grannies, they have everything they got, and they're still thinking like, oh my god, what is, like, something is missing. It's like, is this vacuum in my heart that is not filled up? It's like I'm not complete, and I'm wondering, like, what are you saying? If you're not complete, you have money, you have fame, you have everything, how can you say you're not complete? By human analogy, human understanding, human view, we could say, this guy, we can give him bravo, kudos, wow, awesome, wonderful. Everybody just wants to be like you. Oh, Taiwanda Geoffrey, thank you so much for joining. We're talking about living the real life. living the real life. Hashtag building minds. So building minds is bringing to us living the real life. Sonel Kings, thanks so much for joining. So we're going to ask you, are you actually living the real life? Because life is beyond what some of us are actually chasing like right now. So you're just going to ask yourself, am I actually living the real life? Living the real life is beyond most of the mundane things we actually chase thinking we're living life. Because listen, let me tell you the truth, if you and I, we are going, most of those things will not be remembered. If you have 100 mansions, it will not make much impact as much as when you actually live the real life and you make impact, you make influence in the life of others. So living the real life is beyond. Hi Sonel Kings, he's telling me hi Topsy, hi too. So living the real life is beyond just growing up, going to school, having kids and having certificates and dreaming to work with the best company in the world. Oh, dreaming to work for Bill Gates, dreaming to work for all the big names we know, dreaming to be an American president, dreaming to be a Russian president, dreaming to be a governor, a president, a senator. Oh my God, all the dreams and all the wishes and all that we all want to be when we grow up. I remember when I was a kid, I used to write out my goals and my dreams, and I'm like, oh, this is who I want to be when I grow up, this is where I want to be, this is how rich I want to become, and all that and all that. Thank you so much, Ma, for joining. Miss Stella, thank you so much for joining. So it's like it's been a dream, I'm sure most of us have these dreams when we're growing up, and we all write our dream husbands, our dream wives, our dream jobs, how our future is going to look like in the next 20, 50, 100 years, how we're going to have fun, and how we're going to have mansions, how we're going to have billions in our accounts. Nobody wants the himself. You never, it's almost impossible for you to meet a growing child, to ask the child, would you like your life to turn out in the next 50 years? Especially, okay, when that child is maybe 10, 15 years, and that teenager is going to tell you, I want to be poor man, I just want to live normal life, I just want to be quiet, no, I don't want to be rich, no, I don't want to be this. It's almost like impossible for somebody to tell you that. So it's very, it's almost like impossible for somebody to tell you that, but it is normal and it's viral for somebody to tell you how they want their life to be in the next 20, 50 years, you get. So, but most of the times, those lives, those goals, those plans we all write out, sometimes it's not who we are, it's not the real life, it's just a shadow. Because most people grow up chasing that life, and they don't end up, they die and still they don't still get that life. They will die, their kids will keep chasing, and they still do not attain that life. So Nana, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being here. And so living the real life is just going to give you a direction of what you are here for, what life is all about, how your life can be accounted to be a real life. I used to tell people that if you actually have everything you think life is all about, like the money, the fame and all that, if you have it and you think all is life, and perhaps when you die the people say, oh, he had grannies and all that, so his life is well spent. I used to tell people that your life is not well spent. If your life is written and it was lived outside the reason why you're here on earth, then it's not well spent. You did not live the real life. The real life, apart from giving your life to Jesus Christ as your Lord and personal Savior, the real life is the reason why you're here. The real life is that potential that is inside of you. That potential, that gift that is inside of you, that the world is looking for, that the world is waiting for you to unleash. That greatness, that greater part of you that people don't know, that everybody is just waiting. The Bible said that the whole world The earth is waiting earnestly for the manifestations of the sons of God. So that thing, that's one you have inside of you. The Bible said to some he gave 1 talent, 2 talent, 3 talents, and all of that. So there's something you have that I don't have. There's something you have that when you unleash it, when you put your time, when you put your hard work to it, the whole world is going to be amazed at what you're going to produce, what you're going to give out. So that is the real life. It pays to have the real life. The real life is not a glamour. It doesn't just come all of a sudden. It grows gradually. It comes with sacrifice. It comes with hard work. It comes with diligence. So the real life, the real life, if you want to really know the real life, look at the life of Steve Jobs. It wasn't a joke. For Steve Jobs to be where he is today, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. He is gone, but his product still lives after him. The real life. The real life, it's bringing out that thing, that passion. If you are a medical student, that passion you have for medicine, to discover cures for at least, if not 1 or 2 sicknesses that has been a menace to the world today. That passion that drove you into studying medicine and channeling it to your life, relating back to your creator, knowing that this is me. If you take this thing out of me, I am gone. I can't do without this passion, this zeal. It's the real life. Chasing it without looking back. Make sure you create a result. Make sure you produce a result. It's the real life. But it pays to have the real life. It pays to live the real life. It pays to actually achieve a real life. The real life doesn't just come like a man who just did trade by barter. Like a man who is expecting something and okay, maybe he wasn't even expecting anything and it just come. Like a man whose father is a president and just gives him a blank check and say, boy, go to the store, get anything you want for yourself. That is not the real life. That is a life of shadow. So the real life, it's sacrificial. The real life is sacrificial. The real life is zeal. It's hard work. It takes sweat for you to have the real life. So if Mark Zuckerberg, if Bill Gates did not find out that part of him, that change that he wants to create to the world, that change that he wants to impact, that change that he wants to bring to America, even before it cut across the whole universe. If he never brought it out, imagine what would have become of me and you. I used to tell my friends that if we don't really look into ourselves to bring up that thing, that passion, that zeal, to work hard to effect change in this world, this world is going to remain just the way we all met it. So, and also imagine that nobody, just like in the dark ages, nobody wants to work, nobody wants to develop anything, nobody wants to effect any change. I don't think we would have had lights. There wouldn't have been light bulbs. There wouldn't have been communication, phone, aeroplane, name them, cars, nothing. It would just be a world full of frustration. I am just going to be crying, God, why did you bring me to this earth? What kind of stupid earth is this? You can't, God, you can't be this wicked. This world is meaningless. This world is nothing. There is nothing good to talk about in this world because everything is just not working out. Everything is just bad. So imagine, I used to tell my husband that, baby, imagine that nobody even, work to think on how to make the normal road, the normal Crota road. It's just full of the normal road with gravels and all that. What? It's going to be crazy. How can you make a car that, even if you have the idea to create motorcycles, that motorcycle vehicles are not going to last so long as the road is not good. There's going to be chaos, there's going to be accidents, there's going to be deaths. So if you and I don't think about the real life, we are not helping ourselves and generations to come. So the real life is beyond that certificate. It's far beyond it. It's way beyond it. Thank you so much, Chibu, for joining. Thank you so much, Victoria, for joining. So we are talking about living the real life. Living the real life. Hashtag building minds. So, like I was saying, the real life is way beyond the mirage that most of us, we are all chasing. Like I wrote in one of my articles, and I was talking about how that while I was growing up, I was thinking, oh, if I just get into university, get a certificate, my life, no, there is no devil born of any image that can stop my greatness. I will be great. But while I was in the university process, I just one day sat down and I was thinking, I said to myself, in my country, Nigeria, there are lots of people who have first degree, who have PhDs, master degrees, but they've not attained the goal that they actually wrote for themselves 25, 30 years ago, 50 years ago. That thing has not been achieved yet, and they are wondering why. And then some of them cannot trace it. They start blaming either their parents, they start blaming the government, they start blaming their background. You get? So I was like, oh wow. So if somebody can actually have a first class, you graduate to the first class, and it's like it's your problem. I don't think there's anything, really coming out from first class. And I see first class graduates carrying files from one office to the other, suffering and sweating. I'm like, what? Are you serious? Is this how this word is? This word is crazy. It's crazy. Wow. So, but I thought wisely, and I was like, oh, I don't think this certificate thing is actually worth the real life. Because if I looked at the life of the Wright brothers who developed the aeroplane, and I discovered that these guys did not even go to school. They needed no certificate to prove that they can actually better the world for our sake. Imagine that those guys did not think about making an aeroplane. I wouldn't have been here in Ukraine today. I tell some people, me and you would not have been able to travel to any country. You are bound to remain in your country, because those who have tried to travel to far nations through motorcycle or horse, their skeletons were found in the desert. But somebody thought about how to better this world, how to better the earth. And today, I can sit down in 1 hour, I'm in another country. In 30 minutes, I'm in another country. Oh my God, I'm just enjoying from the labor of another man. So the real life is not selfish. The real life is not myself. It's not just about me. It is not about me. It is about humanity. It is about humanity. How to help generations to come. As long as this earth remains, as long as this earth is still functional, as long as this earth has not come to close, that gift that is in me, that passion, that zeal, that ideas that are dropping in my head, as I'm writing it down, as I'm penning it down, I'm going to research on how to bring it to pass, on how to bring it to reality, on how to effect it to this world, that people yet to come will be grateful to God for a being like me. So if all of us, if me and you would think about not the selfish life, but the real life of impact, the real life of change, the real life of transformation, this word will be heaven on earth for the both of us. I told one of my friends, I said, do you know, actually we can make this earth heaven on earth, that such that we can even be telling Christ, oh Lord, don't come right now, we still have a lot to unleash. No, we still have a lot. Let's make this earth such that the angels will be so jealous that you impacted us with so much gifts. So we're not done yet. Just wait a bit. Just wait for some time. But do you know what? Some people are telling God, please come, I'm tired of this suffering. No, suffering. So, God, this suffering is too much. So, instead of it to look at yourself and say like, okay, I think I'm suffering right now. Yes, I'm not educated, but there's something God has given me beyond money, beyond certificates, that I can make, I can put together, and somebody, a community will appreciate. Oh, a country will be blessed. Oh, a nation, a family, a group of people, an individual, a nation, the world as a whole will come to realize that, oh, somebody actually contributed this part of her, this part of him to humanity before he or she left. So living the real life. Some of the students I have in my class, guess what? Most people cannot wait to graduate because, hey, they already have targets of where they want to go and work. Plenty money. There's money in Canada. There's money in America, London, UK. Oh my God, name them. Some people already have job opportunity waiting for them. They just want the certificate. Just few years from now, they give you certificate and you're like, they give you the stamp and you're like, woo, bravo, let me go make some money for me and my family. You are just going to work for 50, 60 years or at most 70 years and you retire. And then you now face reality. You'll be like, wait, what happened? You start still fight. You'll still be struggling. But the gift that God has given to you is way beyond money. It's such that money cannot buy. No amount that any company can pay you that can equate that gift that God has given to you. If you are very good with computers, you'll be very good with technology, put it together. When Steve Jobs was trying to put up his phone and all that, he did not just rely on himself. He went to also partner with his friend. He's like his friend. He came like he wants to help the friend. He wants to work with the friend, but he came to learn something, how to couple a phone. He has an idea. He doesn't know how to just put it together, but he needed to come closer to somebody who is already doing what he wants to achieve in life. And by so doing, like almost like an apprentice, by so doing, he was able to learn that part of what he wanted. And until he gets it, he left. So sometimes it might not just come the way you and I want it. It might not just come the way we just planned it. Oh, it must. If it doesn't work this way, it is not good. The real life is beyond the mundane things that we chase for. The mundane things we all crave for. We all crave after. The mundane things we run after. The mundane things we cannot do without. It's like, oh my God, no, if I don't get this job, I kill. Somebody will die. There'll be bloodshed. If I don't win this election, somebody will die. A nation will know that I didn't win this election. Oh my God. It's like, what? It's like this election is your life. Thank you so much, Peace, for joining. Thank you so much, Mr. Eden, for joining. We're talking about living the real life. Hashtag Buildingminds. Are you still seeing me? Please, can you just say hi? It seems like the network is fluctuating. Am I still audible? Am I still connected? Am I still on track? Can somebody just say something? Living the real life. Living the real life. Living the real life. Are you there? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? You could please help us invite your friends, share the link. I'll be grateful. I'll be very, very grateful if you do that. You can see me? Hello, guys. Okay, yes, I am. Thank you so much, Peach, for that response. God bless you. Okay, just let's continue living the real life. Living the real life. So it is you and I that will make this earth heaven on earth. It is you and I, no other being. There is no angel that will do it for us. There is no God that will do it for us. We are the gods. We are the runners of this earth. We are the ones who God has ordained, impacted to come change this universe, to put it in our own tests, to put it in a way that we want. You and I are the kings, the princes, the queens, the decision makers. Whatever technology we invent will stand, will make history, will impact lives. Whatsoever discovery, whatsoever gift you have, music-wise, bravo. Imagine, some people, the only time they cool their brain is when they hear sweet harmony, sweet melody. So if somebody does not develop that, you have passion for music, you have passion to sing, you don't develop it, you'll be making noise. You only be making noise. When people hear that song, it's like, oh my God, everybody just wants to close their ears. So it's in music, in education, in agriculture, in politics, name it, in medicine, any sphere of life that we want a change. It is you and I living the real life that will produce the change. And remember, I said the real life, it is not about you and I making our money for ourselves. It is not about self. It is about the you and I and the generations to come. If you and I don't better this earth, our children to come will come and suffer. I can imagine the people who were alive during the Dark Ages, during the Holocaust. I can't imagine how they felt, how their life was, when there were no all these technologies, when there were no all beautiful things we are actually enjoying right now. Imagine the life they were living in the Dark Ages. So thank God for somebody who put up some technologies that we are enjoying today. The person was not selfish to hide their gifts, their talents, their passion. They were not selfish to keep it to themselves, but they were grateful to bring it out to share to humanity. And thank God I'm a beneficiary, and God bless them forever. So if I don't do anything, if you don't do anything, this earth is going to remain the way you and I meet it. So if you want a better earth, you have to work. You have to work, and I have to work. Living the real life, it takes hard work to live the real life. It's not a magical word. This word is not a magical word. It takes diligence, hard work, diligence, concentration. You have to pay the price. The price to live a real life. You and I have to pay it. To make this earth better, to make this earth sweet, to make this earth wonderful, we have to live the real life. The real life God is waiting for you and I to unleash that he has given to us. The Bible said that he has given to us all that pertains to life and godliness. So if you are looking for a way to, accuse God of one thing or the other, look inside yourself. Look your left and look your right. You could see the blind making history. You could see the man without arms, Pastor Nick, making history. You could see the woman without legs making history. And then you look at yourself and you see you're complete. And you could see the Wright brothers without certificate, with no educational qualification, they built the aeroplane. So what are you? Yeah, you have certificate. Then who are you going to blame? Who are you going to blame? So when you look at your left, you look at your right, look the back, look front, at least you have 50%. Somebody is having 20% and they are doing something more than you are doing. So you're just going to ask yourself, wait, am I cursed? Do I need deliverance? So you don't even have any excuse at all to say, no, I don't have what it takes to live the real life. Chidi, thank you so much for joining. Chidi Mama Gifts, thank you for joining. So you don't have anything to blame. You don't have anybody to blame. You don't have anything to hold on to. There is nothing to hold on to say, oh, this is the reason why I couldn't live the real life. I blame this situation. No, I blame this thing. Oh my God, I blame this person. There is nothing. There is nobody. There is nothing to blame, because you look at yourself. Even if when you want to blame God, God is still going to ask you to check yourself. Look at yourself. Look inwards. What is your drive? What drives you beyond? I know certificate, of course, drives most of us because of the wrong information that the society have told us. And just for few of us who have come to know that it doesn't take certificate to be great, and then we are not adjusting our mind. But a lot of people, of course, for those who don't know, might just think it's just certificates. Okay, so you might just say, oh no, I don't have this, I don't have that. But look into yourself. You got passion, or maybe you don't know. Passion is strong. Passion is strong. Passion is stronger than certificates. Passion is stronger than certificates. Yes, it is. And that's why Steve Jobs had to produce results. Passion, zeal, determination. Way bigger, way heavier than that paper, than that governor's signature. Because see, if you put hard work, diligence, passion, determination, and all that, chasing that thing you want, and you begin to produce results, even the governor's certificate, you don't need it. He will be the one looking for you. He will use what you have produced. So if the governor hates you and hates your family, just because what you have is first class, he cannot wait to use it. There's no two ways about it. He cannot wait. Imagine you producing the best car in the world, and one governor is saying, because I hate that girl, I will not use her car. And people with pride, it's like if he doesn't use it, he's not, he's not. So he doesn't have choice that to use your products. He will use your products. When you said no to him 10 years ago, that he needed you to scratch his back so that he can scratch your back, and you said, go to hell with your signature, I will be great. And you go discover yourself, you go find the real you, working with so much passion. By the time he's going to see you in the next 10 years, he will wish he had not met you before. He will wish he can turn back the hands of time to correct that error he was about making at that time. So he would appreciate you for saying no then. And your products will bless humanity. So living the real life, it is not selfish. It is not about you and I. It is about humanity. It is about the world. It is about generations. It is about making impact. It is about making influence. It is about putting smiles on people's faces. It is about God looking down to earth and beating his chest and saying, that is my child in whom I am well pleased. That is my daughter in whom I am well pleased. That is my son in whom I am well pleased. Because you did not hide that thing he gave to you. You didn't keep it to yourself. You cannot wait to unleash it. A man said, I want to die empty. That is living a real life. I want to give out everything. I want to drain myself. I want to drain my memory. I want to drain my hard work. I want to make sure I give out everything, nothing. I am not going to the grave with anything. I want to give it all. When I appear in his presence, he is going to give me kudos because I did the work he sent me to do. We are here. Our time is counting. The reason why there is a clock on earth is because the earth will come to an end. Yes, you have not thought about that. The reason why you came and you met clock, there is time. Time is ticking. Is because there is an end one day. There's going to be an end one day. There's going to be an end one day. So think about your life. It doesn't matter how far you've gone. That little change, that little looking into yourself and developing that thing you have passion for can actually make a change. Putting your life history, your life background, your story, your pain into a book can save generations from going through the same process that got you into that mistake. It can help a child. It can help a community. It can help a nation. It can help a family. Don't think that, if I write a book now, so who will read it? I don't think, no, I don't think, I don't have the money to even make the book go viral. Why not start one step at a time? Procrastination, they say, is a thief of time. Start something. Don't give it a second thought. Don't give in. Don't give the devil a chance to confuse you and tell you, no, I don't think this thing will take you places. Just start. Start something. Alright? So I hope today you've enjoyed my topic on living the real life. Living the real life. It is very important because you are accountable for that life you live and the life you're living right now. So living the real life, it is why we are here on earth. Living the real life. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed the topic today, and God bless you so much for joining. I am grateful. Thank you. Let me see if I can read your comments. Okay, we can hear you. Peace said, hello Queen Topsy. Hello Queen Peace. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. I can't see a lot of people's comments. I think the comments are hidden, kind of. Okay, so I will see you guys next time. God bless you. I hope you learned something today, so you can go share with others about the real life. It is beyond the mundane things that we all chase. So thank you so much, and I'm so grateful for having you on my platform. God bless you. So bye, and have a blessed week ahead. Bye bye.